I came from a psychic family. It was something I didn't really like at the time. So I decided I'd be a motor mechanic. I would all be of 12 or 13. So I enjoyed motor racing, ripping out an engine, all those sorts of things. Didn't matter that I got a bit dirty. But, somehow that spiritual side, that psychic side was always there. And, Sunday morning we'd read the tea leaves, we'd do the spread of the cards. They were ordinary playing cards those days. I didn't have a pack of tarot cards. And there was nothing for me to come home from school, and every now and again there'd be a gypsy in the front room and there'd be all the neighbours queuing up to have their fortune told. So it was a bit of a surprise to me that when I emigrated from England and came to Australia in 1973, I saw a palmistry course, and I just absolutely loved it. It was scientific palmistry, a lot of it. They'd taken the imprints, they were looking at the hands and the fingerprints, and they were correlating with people's lives, and it was amazing to think, how close and how true it was. So for 2.5 years I studied this, and eventually I started, of course, having clients. And what I found with the clients was, some of them had awful lives, terrible things happening to them, and I really wanted to help more. So that led me on a pathway of doing more and more courses, getting diplomas, doing all sorts of things so that I could be, raise my skill level and definitely help people. And my own life hadn't started off well. I was an unwanted pregnancy, and my mum was very depressed and would often tell me that it was all my fault that her life was so bad, and 2 or 3 times she had attempted suicide in front of me, and I would only be 8 or 10 years old. So you're a little bit of damaged goods. You're always looking for that piece of the puzzle that is going to make you feel whole, and of course in the meantime you're gathering skills and you are able to help other people, and by helping others you eventually begin to heal yourself. But I still think I'm a work in progress. But the last 12 months has been an amazing challenge for me, emotionally, physically. I'm going to say quickly what's happened to me, not to dismiss it. I'm still working my way through that, as a lot of us are, and I can still help others because I might be just that little bit further ahead. And so my dear husband died in January this year. Very suddenly. We couldn't afford to live in that house, so we ended up in temporary accommodation. We ended up moving twice. I had a cancer removed from my back. All sorts of other personal things happened. I was in a car crash, and then later this year, my youngest son in December, just now 2012, had Stevens-Johnson syndrome, or SJS. And if you look that up, it's a wicked, horrible, painful syndrome. It's an illness where there's no cure, and you have to nurse them, basically 24/7. You've got to measure everything. They can't speak. Their body swells. They burn from the inside out, and they're in great pain, and you can't give them anything. And as a mother, that's absolutely horrendous. And so how do you get through all that? And as I say, thank God I've done this personal development, because I have strategies that I use, things that I want to share with you, and they're easy, they're quick, they're effective. There's one behind me here. This is a print that I picked up, but it has a huge meaning for me. There's a beautiful, beautiful beach here in Sydney called Manly, and a few months ago I was standing, only ankle deep, but just giving myself the benefit of just allowing myself to feel those waves going in and out, brushing over my feet, to hear the seagulls overhead, to have the wind in my hair, to have that lovely afternoon sun on my face, and to smell the salty air of the sea, and to really anchor that and bring that home with me. So when I found this print and I put it up, we're actually in my kitchen, I stand of a morning with a cup of tea and I'm away. I have that mental break. I'm back at Manly, listening to the seagulls, listening to the kids running up and down laughing, and it gives me that break. And we all need that at times, and sometimes we can't afford to go away. But you know what? Find that picture that will have that meaning for you. Go to that place if you can, or something similar, and enjoy the benefits of that. So some of the strategies I want to share with you, hopefully you're watching this in January 2013. One of them that I really like is to get one of the wall calendars that has the big squares, and every single day find something of joy or something that makes you smile or happy and write it in that square. The more you can write in that square, the better, but at least write one. And then at the end of 2013, you will have at least 365 happy moments that you've recorded through that year. The other thing I would love you to do, we often hear about keeping a journal and our feelings, but I'd like you to step it up just a little more, and perhaps get an exercise book or whatever it is you would like to write in. And as you are writing, how you're feeling, whatever, when you get a really great day, I'd like you to take a little more time with that. Analyze exactly what made you happy. Did you go to bed early the night before? Did you go for a walk? Did you drink a bit more water? Did you not check your emails so much that day, or perhaps not at all? Who did you talk to? Who did you surround yourself with? What did you eat and drink? How were you thinking? Because this becomes your benchmark for a happy day. So in the next few weeks, if there's a time where you're feeling down, you can go back to this reference. What was it that made you happy on that day? And maybe just something will then trigger you to get back to your status quo of being happy. Something else that I really want you to be aware of is what you focus on, you put your energy into, and it's going to grow. So really be very careful what you focus on. Set your intention to be happy for the day, and just like a jumbo jet, just keep coming back to that's what you want for the day. So watch where you put your focus. The last one that I would like to share with you is to minimize being around negative people or anybody who criticizes you or ridicules you or really is unsupportive, a bit of a dream stealer. You can still love these people, often they're family members, but just keep it to a minimum and really find your tribe. Be with the people that make you happy. And look, if you feel that you've gained something from this video, and I really truly hope that you have, please share it. Please allow others to have these simple strategies in their life. They are very effective. And what I would love you to do is please leave a comment. Let's have a conversation together. Tell me how it's affected you, what benefit you've got, and maybe who you've shared it with, and encourage them to leave a comment. And let's interact, and let's see what else we can gain from this, because I feel I'm worthy of being a messenger of lots of things. I do the workshops, do all that sort of stuff, but I'd love you to be the messenger too, to share this out there. So I encourage you to have a brilliant 2013. It is going to be amazing. So please use these strategies, and if you'd like to share some of yours with me, I'd be thrilled to bits. So my name is Barbara Novak from Sydney, Australia. Please go and have an abundant life, and please let me know all about it. God bless, and lots of love to you. Thank you.